quarantine life treating you? It's pretty boring over here. Developed a gnat problem in the house, and I'm gonna show you guys a trick for how to catch and kill them. I don't know if you have that issue, but it's quite infuriating. Today we're gonna finish the ice cream sandwiches, which is awesome. And then I'm just gonna, in the middle of that, or however it goes, I'm gonna make some pickled blueberries, and later, after we get off, I'm gonna make some pickled ginger. But I'll show you guys how to peel the ginger, and then I'll see how I'm feeling. So, I started freezing the ice cream already, which is good for you guys, because that could take friggin' forever. Took all day. Well, probably about 5 hours or so. But I did learn a couple things along the way that I can share with you so that it can be easier for you when you do it. Oops. Okay, tip number 1, don't forget to use oven mitts when you take the ice tray out of the fridge, because it's super cold. It will like burn and freeze your fingers. Okay, where did I put one? Oh. Okay, so first thing that I learned is that I at first thought if I was going to make this, without a ice cream churn, that I would have to put it in a metal bowl, in a metal pan with the ice and the salt. You don't have to do that. I just use this nifty Tupperware. It's very airtight. Maybe not as airtight as you would hope, I don't know. I was kind of futzing around with it and opening it up to try to stir it and monitor for ice crystals. But I think that we learned something, and I think that we innovated something, which is going to become our trade secret, which is that I think the butter that we added to this prevented it from making those little ice crystals. So, our experimentation was a total win. I didn't see any ice crystals forming as it was freezing, and I totally forgot to open the fridge and then churn it like you're supposed to. I did it a couple times. The other great thing about putting it in this airtight container is you don't have to churn it, you can just shake it. So that will work too. I used this pan to start. I took my ice, and I had to break my ice into smaller pieces because I only have fancy cocktail drinking ice. Those nice big ones that they give you when you used to go to the bar, which we don't do anymore. So, cheers. Let's pretend like we're there. I'm drinking Tito's. It's the vodka of choice for Austin, Texas. And it's the vodka that we actually put into this ice cream. So, I think that we covered our bases with the butter, but who knows? People on the internet said it would be good to put a little bit of vodka into the ice cream to prevent it from making those crystals, and I don't know, it all worked, everything worked, so it's good. We don't have to change anything. So I used this baking dish, metal, awesome. Favorite baking dishes ever. Can't remember the company, tell y'all later. Made in the USA, ordered on Amazon. Double walled, probably the best bakeware that I've ever used. However, take that with a grain of salt because I buy most of my cookware from the Treasure City. You guys know about that, but I'm going to start filtering those out of my dish collection because they're kind of being busted. But whatever, it was like $1. So what are you going to do? So, since I didn't have regular size ice, I only had cocktail glaciers. I had to innovate a solution, and so what I did was I took a hammer and I smashed it with a hammer. I tried this a couple ways. The first way that I tried was I put it in a freezer bag and then I just smashed it with a hammer. This is a really rickety kind of, what do you call this? I don't know what you call this. It's a crappy cabinet that you use when you don't have a counter, and a butcher block. But it's not a butcher block. It's just like I don't know, whatever. It's low budget, so you have to also work around that. So what I did was I took the ice out, I put it into the freezer bag, and I just started hammering away. If you have a mallet, like a wooden mallet that would be like a meat tenderizer on one side, that would be totally the way to go, but I don't have that either. I just have a hammer. When you start smashing these giant ice cubes in one of these freezer bags, holes in it, ice flying everywhere. So, if you have to be in my situation, there's a way around this that I forgot, that I knew. Should have known better. All you have to do is take your ice, put it in here. I'll do it. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it, even though we already did it. I'll just demo one for you. All right. Make sure you get the air out as much as needed. Take your dish towel. It's a clean dish towel, no COVID on this dish towel. Go ahead and wrap it up. Give it a little bit of cushion there. Like I was telling you, my table's really rickety, so I hope nothing falls off and breaks. God knows we can't afford to lose another cup in this house. It's most stable on the corner where its support is, so you got to put it right on the corner and just smash it. Make sure that you don't crush your finger. Alright, success. And see, I did not break the bag this time. Perfect. Okay, great. So, that is one tip and trick. If you need it, you might have smaller ice cubes. Maybe it's not a big deal. I also tried to use started out with this dish to freeze it. Went over to the KitchenAid mixer bowl. Did not like that as much because I had my ice cream sitting like sideways in it, and I was afraid I was getting like salty on the inside. And that's not good because what we were using is the ice cream salt. FYI, don't put this on your food. The ice cream salt is for ice cream only. It's not intended to be ingested by humans. So try not to eat it or get it in your ice cream. Alright, so now that we've navigated that issue. So what I did was I set it in here, crushed up all the ice, snuggled it in there, nestled it, dumped a bunch of the rock salt all over there, and then this is why you need these, because for some reason, I don't know, the science of this, the magic of this, is that the salt makes it super freaking cold. So cold that it will freeze or burn your fingers, so don't touch this after you put it in there and try to take it out and mess with it. Okay, but remember, we put in butter. Now we've added just a little bit of vodka, maybe like a tablespoon of vodka, to keep it from freezing. And it turned out beautiful. Then you put this back in the freezer, but like you don't need to do that because we already did it, so we're getting rid of it. Yeah, so that pan that I really like, it's Nordic ware. It's great, love it. Never going back. Lifelong Loyalty. I'm a brand loyalist. I love it. Okay. So, we got that going on. You know, I wasn't really sure. I forgot about that technique. So, you know, the other way that I did this was I've got these rubberized ice cube trays. So I just kind of like left them in there and I just smashed them with a hammer and that worked okay. I ended up using about 4 ice cube trays worth of these throughout my journey of making this, because it kind of melted halfway through, so then I had to like babysit it and give it some more. Alright, so that's that. I happen to really like these Rubbermaid trays, and I got them, or containers, and I got them from Walmart, and they delivered them. That was good, because you don't want to go to Walmart during the pandemic. However, if you have to, like I had to get one particular spice I couldn't get, because Central Market doesn't have the bulk spices anymore. That's over. That whole thing is over. So I'm really glad that I had like stocked my pantry with all of the different spices. They're like Pokemon, you have to catch them all, so whenever I go there I just get a ton of bulk spices at random. And I ended up with some really cool ones that have just expanded my horizons of flavoring, that I will tell you guys more about later. So, this is what we ended up with for our ice cream. Oh my god, you guys, it looks so beautiful. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I wish you could just see how velvety and perfect this ice cream is, and you know what? I don't see any ice crystals or anything. This is just, it's a miracle. It's a COVID miracle. Okay. Oh my god, it smells so good. We have never had ice cream like this before. We are just beyond fancy. We are living our best quarantine. This is perfect. Okay. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. I didn't think it was going to work out that well. So also, I was pretty irresponsible with it. Like, I forgot about it for a while, and then I'd be like, oh, I should look at it. I didn't really have to look at it at all. I didn't really have to churn it. I did it a couple times. It wasn't really needed. If you put it in the baking dish, like the one I showed you, the flat one, I think it's cool if you open it up and churn it a couple times. That's fine. I would not do what I did, which was put it sideways in the KitchenAid bowl, because I feel like I was getting like tasting. I was like, oh, it's so salty. What happened? How'd that happen? So don't do that. Okay. Another trick that I did was I just wanted my fridge to be extra cold. So there's a little switch in the back. I just cranked that all the way up to frigid. And yeah, that was very helpful. Okay, I'll put this back in while I talk to you about the cookies. So, y'all remember that we made our cookies yesterday, and we were using that lace that I cut out and whatever, and after you guys were gone, well, before I started this video, I started thinking, well, I do want to actually try the other one and see how it turns out, because I need to know. And I did, and it did turn out successfully. I liked it a lot better than how this one turned out. So, you know, the game has changed. So you can think of whatever lace pattern you use, you can think of that as like your family crest for these ice cream sandwiches. That's going to be your branding. That's going to be how you make your mark at the party. Everyone's going to see that, and they're going to have brand recognition. They're going to know it's you. So just think about it like that. Yeah, I really don't like how these turned out, you guys. I am disappointed now that I'm seeing them today. I was so stoked yesterday. I don't know. Whatever, they're fine. It's fine. Everyone can make mistakes. That's alright. But I can show you the ones that I made today. They look great. Oh yes, this is definitely our family seal of cookie making for these sandwiches. Perfect, love it. I was actually reminiscing about it. I think I actually used these when I first came up with this and made this. Same lace. This is definitely my crust, my family crust for these. So, since I just made them, I'm only going to make a couple cookies. I don't want this to be a long video like last time. Too long, too long. Okay. So, anyways, what I'm going to do after I make them is I'm going to probably wrap them up in cellophane as well, and I might stack, like, I'll just think about, hey, you know, how many people are in my family, how many people are going to want them. I'll just, like, stack one for me, I'm single serving, or two if my boyfriend's coming over. If you have a family, maybe you need 4. Stack them up, wrap them up, and everyone gets one. And then you can leave the rest in the freezer until you want them. Okay, this is awesome. We are ready to rock this, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to get something new started. So let's just put this on the back burner for now. And get rid of the hammer because we're not going to need this. And we're going to do a set change real quick. Also, rock salt's really cheap. It's like, I don't know, like $1.40 or something. So, don't have anywhere to put anything. Okay. Get over it. Okay, new things, new horizons. New things to try. Something that you're going to love. Getting really into pickles. We've talked about it a lot, and we haven't made pickles yet, so it's a big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some pickled blueberries, and they're awesome. I already rinsed these out, so I'm going to put them in my little jar. I got these jars at IKEA. They're my favorite. Oops. Because they look very Pinterest worthy, and they have a little rubber seal on them. They're just a game changer, you know. And once I heard that we were all gonna be quarantined and this COVID thing was, like, you know, out of control, I ordered these from IKEA, and I found out that I had to go to IKEA and sit in a line and drive, like a drive-through, and then they'll, like, make sure you have your order, and then you have to pop your trunk, and then they put the stuff in your trunk. They don't give you a bag or anything. So maybe try and plan for that if you have to go ahead and do this. But they're great, and I could use more of them. So last time when I made this, I actually put it in the bigger jar and had a lot of space. And then after a couple days, they kind of settled down and they fit in this jar. But now I'm kind of feeling like, you know, my rosemary's not going to fit in there. So maybe I need to level up and go bigger and then transfer tomorrow. So fine. Okay, fine. We'll do it. We'll do it if we can. Okay, I'll figure something out. In the meantime, it looks beautiful. Okay, so next thing we gotta do is oh yes, y'all, I was so confident that I knew what we were going to put in here. So I'm going to guess. I think it was a cup and a half a cup. And then it was... Okay, quick. Okay, I got it. Alright. Thanks, y'all. Alright, so actually says okay. We're not missing a beat. Alright, so we're gonna use white vinegar. Some recipes are calling for apple cider vinegar, and I feel like that feels like the natural go-to, but I haven't been liking it lately. It's just got such an overwhelming kind of flavor, just sort of takes over. And I would like to have more control over the flavor, so I'm liking the white wine vinegar. It's a little bit lighter. So 1 cup. We're gonna do 1/4 cup of sugar. So it called for 1 2/3 teaspoons, tablespoons, doesn't matter, too much salt, too much. Especially because it's asking for kosher salt, and I don't use kosher salt, I use sea salt. So, you know, sea salt is like twice as salty, so use half as much. So, I feel like I'm going to be comfortable using a little bit less than this whole teaspoon. Next thing you get to add peppercorns. So, you know, whatever peppercorns you like. Black peppercorns, that's the most economical. So you can go that route. Last time I made this, I used white peppercorns only, but apparently I was really trying to use my jars from IKEA, and I didn't have enough of them for all the spices, so I just combined pink and white, and so we're having pink and white this time. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. I like to make it heaping because, you know, the more pepper, the better. That's awesome. I might put a little bit extra in there for fun. So, fantastic. We're well on our way. Okay. Now you need about 3 to 4 little sprigs. Also, Urban Harvest these today fresh because the other ones weren't looking that great from yesterday. Found these out by at Milto's, like where the old Milto's was. They've got plenty of it. Nobody was there. A cop saw me. He didn't stop me for not having a face mask on, so it was cool. It's just me and a it was just me and a crow scavenging out there doing the urban foraging. He was getting a piece of COVID pizza out of the trash, and I was getting the rosemary. So, cool, we're good. What we're going to do is we're just going to put this on the stovetop, bring it to a boil, wait until all of the sugar is melted, and then we're going to set it to cool, and then we're just going to pour it over the blueberries. And then we're going to let them cool for a couple hours and sit out, and just put it in the fridge. Good. Good to go. And like I said, or maybe some of you guys don't know, but I live in the hotspot zip code of the Austin COVID crisis. So, you know, because I live around a bunch of college students who are all like, spring break, woohoo, I'm going to live forever. So, I wasn't all that worried about the foraged rosemary that I got. I'm going to boil it. So if I die, then I'll let you guys know, okay? Or someone will, maybe. Well, can't get enough of these jars. I guess time to go back to IKEA. Sit in the longest line ever. Drive out to Round Rock. Yeah, not a very fun way to spend your day, but hey, there's no traffic. There's a bright side. Alright, so So this is so easy. This is so easy, and these are so good. This is just like dressed up blueberries. So, I mean, I would put them, I just think they're like Blueberries 2.0. They're just elevated. They're just better. Add them to regular old ice cream. Now that they're pickled, put them in a salad. What else can you do? Oh, put them in your pancakes. Just as good. Just takes it to a whole nother level. Now they're sweet and they're tart. So I forgot to put the salt in there. Alright. No worries. I'm just going to be real careful with the salt. I'm not going to use that much. I'm just going to use a little bit. Okay, we are sizzling. I'm going to set up to start assembling the sandwiches. I'm going to let you guys watch it simmer because we're actually simmering today. It's working. Oh, damn. We're not doing a very good job. Okay, okay. Alright, you guys watch that pot. Watch it. Watch it real close. Alright. I'm not doing a great job. It's fine. Okay. Now we're going to bring it down. Bring it way down. Oh, yeah. That's just right. Oh no! Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry, y'all. I was doing so good. But I didn't charge my phone. Now I tripped over the wire. Shit. We're doing so well, but we're experiencing technical difficulties. I am so sorry. Okay. Jesus. Alright, we're set up to make these. I hope that this bubbling pot of peppercorns and herbs is very soothing for your soul right now. Because honestly, it's kind of a tough day, you know. Ups and downs. Every day, ups and downs. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Oh. Smells like vinegar. Okay, friends and countrymen, I think we are ready to roll. Alright. I think this is good too. Just gonna turn it off and set it on the back burner. Great. Okay. What happened? Crap. Okay. Okay. I think that's the best we can do for now. Alright, so I'll stand like this. So I decided that I wanted to go with Team My Family Crest. I'm not even going to show you guys the other one because this is better and I want to put my best foot forward. So I would probably use like a small spatula if you have one. Once again, I don't have one. I'm going to use this fancy cheese knife that I do have. Just trying to scrape all the ice cream out of my lid here. And I don't want to lose a single drop, so I'm going to put it back in the freezer. Now, my hands have gotten kind of salty from handling the lid, so I'm going to wash my hands again before I touch the food. And, you know, it's good practice. Y'all should be doing it. People say you should be doing it every 20 minutes in your regular life because COVID, so. I also heard that if you think that you're coming down with like a sore throat or something, it might be COVID. I mean, it might not, but in the chance that it might be, you know, who knows. Make sure to be drinking a lot of hot tea and hot coffee. Drink hot tea and coffee or warm water every 20 minutes also, just like with your washing your hands and stuff. Because if you do have it, what it does is mucus goes into your little areolas in your lungs and then it hardens. So, I mean, not to be a downer, but if you drink hot liquids, you can prevent that hardening from happening. So just stay on that if you do get ill. Alright, let's go. Sorry. I had to be said. Really trying to help you. I'm just trying to watch out for you. You know, that's what we gotta do to get through this. We all gotta look out for each other. So, my ice cream's still a little bit soft. So, hopefully it's okay. It's really good though. So I'm just gonna make these sandwiches. I think that that looks like enough. Now that I'm seeing the way things are going, I'm gonna pivot my plan. what I'm gonna do is this. Oh my god, you guys, it is so good. Oh my god, you have to make these. They're really good. It's so good. Alright, we're going to do them on here. We're going to set them on here, on the butcher paper. Oh my god. Alright, so what I would have done different is I would have taken a pan, I would have put it in the freezer and made sure that it was already cold, and then I would have put them in there on the butcher paper. So instead, what I'm going to do on the fly is I'm going to put them in there as I assemble them. And then if I start getting too melty, I'm going to put it back in the freezer, and then I'm going to pull it out once it solidifies again, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to mess up the amazing magic that I got going on. I don't want to mess that up. I want to be extra careful. I worked really hard for this ice cream. Sandwiches. So I'm just going to move real fast. Oops. Oops. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, I already told you guys that I cranked it up really high in there. Cranked it up to frigid in the freezer. So I think that's going to be my friend as well. This cheese knife is actually working pretty well, if I don't say so myself. And then there it is. That's your beautiful ice cream sandwich. Alright, cool. Well, this is all the space I have on here. I need to put my ice cream back in the fridge. But these are beautiful. They're lovely. So good. Love it. It's a big hit with me. I know it's going to be a big hit with you guys too. Okay, where is the top 2 of the ice cream? Where did I put it? Okay, we must have another one. There's a backup. There is always a backup. Okay, cool. Oh, I put it in the freezer. Stupid. Okay. Smart. I was very smart to put it in there. Okay, cool. So, you know, I'm going to continue assembling. I'll still use these ones. I just wouldn't serve them at my party. Alright. So, now we're ready to just finish pickles. Done. Super easy. Alright, so I went ahead and got the bigger jar out. It's cooled down back here. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. Oh man. I'm trying to show you. It's not working. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So, there we go. Blueberry pickles. They're happening. So now, I just want to like leave this out, let it cool for like maybe an hour or so. And then you can put it in the fridge. It's beautiful as well. Looks like some kind of spell that you might be putting on. I don't know if you guys saw, but I have a Cthulhu doll in the top corner of my kitchen. That's a feng shui tip for you. Okay, last thing. Just a little tip for you guys. gnats. The gnats are a problem. We have the gnats. You can't get rid of the freaking gnats. I have done a lot of things to try to get rid of the gnats. I've taken out the trash every single day. I separated the recycling. I feel like that's one good thing that's come out of COVID. All of my irresponsible college neighbors, they started sorting their trash too. It's awesome. They still don't use trash bags, but they sorted their trash. One tip for you guys, if you're composting, because I'm composting, got some compost trash bags. So you can use these to put your food matter. Don't put meat in it. Just put like veggies and stuff like that in it. Excellent. Also, if you own a home in Austin and you're not a participant in the compost program, they offer rebates. So you could save some money, and we're all trying to save some money right now. So do that. If not, use it in your garden, because you probably need to start growing your own food, because, you know, society as we know it might be collapsing. So just give it a go. All right. So there's that. Next tip is we gotta kill the flies. My neighbor had this nifty little trap. I don't know what the heck it is. It looks like an apple. It says taro on it, T-E-R-R-O. But same concept. I've been doing it forever. I just take out my whatever size ramekin you got. That's what I use. I put soap in it, dish soap. I put balsamic vinegar in it and water. And the little gnats, they love it. They love it. And then they get stuck. The soap traps them like quicksand. They go down to the bottom. They never come back. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. And that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I really do hope that you make the sandwiches, because they're great. We'll make something else another day. I wasn't able to go to the grocery store today because when I did get there, yeah, there was a long line and I just didn't have time for that. So I bailed. I abandoned ship. Maybe I'll try a different time of day tomorrow. Try to outsmart the crowd, you know. Another tip, if you guys need toilet paper, just go to the Family Dollar. They have it. If you guys don't want to wait in a line, you can go to Fiesta. You can just go to Fiesta. That's good. That's good too. Alright. Well, my music stopped. I don't want to be awkward, but I thank you all for joining me. I'll continue to work on this project, and I've got some other video footage. I might try to do voiceovers or something. We'll see. But it's great hanging out with you. Thanks. Bye.